Sailing in from sea, with a rollicking song he speaks along, swaggering boisterously. His face is weather-beaten. He wears a hooded sash, with a silver hat about his head, and a bristling black mustache. He growls as he storms the country, a villain big and bold. And the trees all shake and quiver and quake as he robs them of their gold. The autumn wind is a raider, pillaging just for fun. He'll knock you round and upside down and laugh when he's conquered and won.
Well, welcome again, you AQ faithful, to another exciting edition of Inside the AQL. This week, week 5 of Inside the AQL, and we got big news. But first, I need to remind you of this warning. Inside the AQL contains politically incorrect language, spiritually narrow-minded convictions, non-kosher humor, and personally biased nudity. Viewer discretion is advised. Let's get right into it. The big story, the big mama of week 5 in the AQL. What's the big story? Who's your daddy? That's right. I'll say it again. Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Daniel Abbott is on top of the AQL for the third time. Three-peats. 3 times this season. Only 5 weeks into it, but the guy is dominating the AQL. And not only dominating, listen, with 56 wins, Who's Your Daddy is averaging an unheard of 11.2 games, wins per week. Congratulations, Who's Your Daddy? You're awesome. All of Indiana is rooting for you. If they're not, they should be. You're holding it together for your Indiana fan club. So keep it up. That's exciting. Also noteworthy about Who's Your Daddy? I'm telling you right now, 2-game lead. For the past 2 weeks with him in the lead, he's had a 1-game lead. That margin has now grown, doubled to a 2-game lead. He's out in front of Left Coast Ghost, Jeff Fretz, and pillaging for fun, John Abbott. And congratulations to those two. They are in second place, only 2 games behind. But Who's Your Daddy is proving he is for real. He is for real. Now, big story followed by a bigger story. That's right. Big story. And what's that? Going into week 6. First time this season. Unbelievable. No one missed their pick. No one failed to make their pick for the Thursday night game. Congratulations. Woo! All of you AQLs, way to go. No green weenies. All of you, none of you, I should say, missed putting in that pick. None of you lost the game. Awesome. Way to go. Hey, and Jeremiah Abbott, remember him? Not Town Niner, who said he is going to boycott Thursday night games. Well, he didn't do it. Well, okay. There was no Thursday night game, but congratulations to everyone for not missing the Thursday night pick. Anyway, I'm excited about that. So we had a big story. We got a bigger story. Oh, let me just go back. I mean, he deserves this. I'm not keeping up with things. Well, look at this. All right, there he is. The guy, the man, the legend. Who's Your Daddy? Daniel Abbott. AQL leader. There he is. Proud of you. All of Indiana is proud of you. Keep it up. Way to go. Now, biggest story. Now we are on to the biggest story of week 5. It has been an emotional roller coaster, folks. Let me remind you of last week. Remember when I told you that we had our first COVID virus AQL loss? Remember when I told you that Cincy Redemption, Jeffrey Craig, passed on out of the AQL? A sad moment. We've all been grieving, I know. But I got incredible news. Incredible news. Here's the big news. In the words of Dr. Frankenstein, he's alive! He's alive! That's right! Jeffrey Craig, Cincy Redemption, he's alive! Back into the AQL. It's amazing. Now, folks, there's a story behind the story behind the story. I got to give it to you. Incredible. I want to remind you of this. Jeffrey Craig shares with us, sorry, I stepped out of Facebook and social media to pull out of the drama so that I could commit more time to my family. I do have Messenger if someone is needing to get a hold of me. I read that last week. I shared that with you. I was disturbed. What I did then is I wrote, that letter came on Sunday, October 4th, 2020. The AQL commissioner, yours truly, followed up on August 9th, 2020 at 5:51 p.m. And I said, Cincy Redemption, please clarify, are you pulling out of Facebook only? Or are you pulling out of Facebook and the AQL? That message was met with silence. That message was met with no reply, no response, no answer. I only could assume the worst. I then went on to share, you remember, Cincy Redemption, gone. It was a sad moment, passing away, gone from the AQL. Devastation to me, yes, to all of the AQL. Mourning, sorrow, sadness, crying, wailing, weeping. We started to recover, and we even moved on, making our picks. Life must go on. The AQL must go on. To my astonishment, I checked my AQL commissioner's email later. Sunday, October 20th, when the AQ commissioner read from Cincy Redemption. After I was grieving and everything Saturday, October 10th, Cincy Redemption responds, no. Me and my wife have just decided that there's too much drama on Facebook and decided to take time for us rather than social media. It says it right here in this email letter. I'm telling you right now, folks. He goes on to say, I'm still going to take in with the AQL, just not on Facebook. Folks, that came in on Saturday the 10th, 2020. Folks, he's alive. He's alive. Proof of that. I know what you're saying. Proof of that. We need it. Here we go, folks. There it is. Cincy Redemption is back. He's alive. There's only one person I hear. Allegedly, his wife isn't too happy. But he's back in the AQL. So congratulations. This is exciting. However, now I am thrilled at one point that he's back into the AQL. At the same time, the confusion of his emails, I put solely on Cincy Redemption, and I hope you agree. Okay? I feel as though some sort of penalty, penance, punishment must be applied to Cincy Redemption. And I'm asking you, my AQL faithful, to come aboard and reply to this week's Inside the AQL post, all right, on Facebook. And I want you to share your sentiments about Cincy Redemption supposedly dying and then coming back and still in the AQL, emotionally putting you through a roller coaster, me as well. I want you to share what you felt about that and what should happen. For those of you who are not on Facebook, but getting the AQL newsletter via Gmail, I'd like you to reply to all. There, express your feelings, express your emotions, and express how you believe he must pay his price. Cincy Redemption. Folks, I want to move on because we have faced some good big stories today. We've faced a bigger story. And then we got to the biggest story. But now I've been waiting. I've been waiting to share with you the top story of week 5 in the AQL, inside the AQL. And here it is, folks. Big story is Sean Reynolds' impending doom. The man, the myth, the monster. I'm telling you, folks. Let me remind you of this guy. Last week, I shared with you this. Green Weenie of the week. Look at this little fish he has, folks. I said throw it back because that fish was as small as your 7 points in the AQL. Throw it back. Throw it back. Oh, man. Green Weenie impending doom with the pathetic 7 games. I jeered him. We all did. Every one of us who watched Inside the AQL snickered at impending doom. What kind of name? Impending doom. That should sound scary. Impending doom. 7. That's it. 7 for impending doom. Folks, let me be the first to tell you. Impending doom is well deserved. Impending doom came back in week 5 of the AQL and he smashed it. He came in and haunted us. He came back and devoured us with 11 big wins for week 5 in the AQL. That guy's the master. The guy went from Green Weenie to Top Gun of the week. And look at him. You can see, I can't even fit this fish on the picture. There he is, folks. Let me get the name. All right, there it is. Sean Reynolds impending doom. Look at this. Look at that monster of the fish. There's only one thing bigger than that fish, and that is his 11 games. 11 games in week 5. The guy's a master of doom. He's a master of impending doom. Way to go, Sean. Congratulations. Hey, by the way, about that raise coming up at the end of the year, think about it. All right. Big news, bigger news, biggest news, top story, Top Gun, followed by the bottom of the barrel. You know what it is. Green Weenie Awards. Not just one, not just two, but 3 green weenies this week. We have right here, we have Reaper Jake Oliver. Over here, we have Big Dallas Blue, my good friend in Albany, Schenectady, New York, putting out his stuff this week. And then we have number 3, Niner Gal. Folks, we have Omar Snow. We have Sam Wheeler. We have Jake Oliver. We have Reaper. We have Niner Gal. We have Big Dallas Blue. There is Big Dallas Blue right here with his son. I'll tell you what. Maybe I ought to lay off Grandma's old cough syrup. Huh? Big Dallas Blue to get me on 7. Again, 7. That's 3 weeks in a row, folks. 7 has been the green weenie number. And just by the way, you know what I heard? I heard this week. If you take the album, Led Zeppelin album, and put it on Stairway to Heaven, and you spin it backwards, yeah. You know what you hear? Number 7, number 7, number 7. That's right. Listen for it. You'll be blown away. Folks, it's been fun. It's been good. Week 5 in the AQL. I'm going to wish you all some fantastic luck as you go into week 6 tomorrow and into week number 6 of Inside the AQL. Good luck with you, and may the wind always be at your back and the sun in your opponent's eyes. Hey, this is week 5 of Inside the AQL. To AQL faithful, have a great week.